Hello and welcome to the Understanding the Organisation module. These resources have been produced by Jane Collins and Pete Watton of the University of Plymouth and the Learning from Work project. This pack just provides an overview of the module. The resources are particularly targeted at those who are learning at and from work. These are the module aims which you might want to take a minute to read through. The development opportunities that this module provides can be of benefit both to the workplace provider, the employer, as well as to your own continuous professional development. These are the module outcomes, more specifically what you can expect to achieve by the end of this module. Again, read these through. This module is supported by a range of resources. This introductory video, a number of presentations, learner activities, a bibliography and a module assignment. These are the presentations in this series which are listed below. Work-based learning provides a rich source of learning, but to be effective though, experiential learning requires a systematic approach, one that links the theory and the practice and the theory. These resources are underpinned by such an approach as suggested by David Kolb, and learners are encouraged to reflect on their own experience and relate it to wider theory, and vice versa. They are underpinned by the following statement by Graham Gibbs. It is not enough just to do, and neither it is enough just to think, nor is it enough simply to do and think. Learning from experience must involve links between the doing and the thinking. This experiential learning cycle, based on the work of David Kolb, helps to explain how we might approach this. It's a model of learning by doing. It links theory and practice, and the cycle is clockwise. You will see that there are 4 key aspects of the cycle. The first is concrete experience, is the doing. The second, reflective observation, is the reflecting on the doing. The third, called abstract conceptualization, is the theorizing, is looking at the theory related to the doing. And the fourth stage is active experimentation, is planning for the fourth stage and planning for the doing. For example, you can enter the cycle at any point. So for example, if you start by doing, for example, dealing with a difficult customer, you start with concrete experience. If you then review how you handle that difficult customer, that is the reflective observation. If you then read a book or seek advice from a manager on customer care, you can relate it to the wider theory, abstract conceptualization. And then you can plan how you're going to do it better next time, active experimentation. So the 4 stages: doing, reflecting, theorizing, planning. Alternatively, you could start by reflecting on something that had happened in the past. How did you learn to drive? Then you could think about the theory. How does that relate to theories about learning? And then how might you approach a new learning activity, the planning? And finally, carrying out the new activity, the doing. So you've entered at a different stage in the cycle. The doing, and even reading a book, the theorising, are often familiar to us, but sometimes we are less familiar with the reflecting, making the links between the two. This is a quote from Harry Potter about the use of the pensive, but is actually quite helpful. One simply siphons off the excess thoughts from one's mind, pours them into a basin, and examines them at one's own leisure. It becomes easier to spot patterns and links you understand when they're in this form. Reflection is an important part of the experiential learning process. It not only involves describing the experience, but also spotting the patterns, making the links, so that you can understand more effectively what has happened. For this module, and indeed for any work-based learning, learners are encouraged to maintain some form of reflective journal that helps them to reflect on their learning in the workplace. So they're able to reflect on the learning from this module and from the workplace, and to explore the links between the two. Furthermore, the journal also provides additional evidence in support of assignments for this module. For further thoughts on reflective journals, you're encouraged to look at the work of Jenny Moon, who has written extensively about reflection and has also developed a generic framework for reflective writing, which is referred to in the book list. We wish you very good luck with your module and hope you enjoy your studies. Here are some additional references that you may wish to follow up. Good luck.